The first thing God checks for in the heart of anyone is going to use is his courage and his audacity. How fearful is this man? Does this man have a heart large enough? It takes a lion heart to get the lion's share. Does this man have the capacity? Does he have the tenacity? Does he have the heart? It takes a heart of a lion. So he checks for courage. Fear is the strongest limitation. Anything that God wants to do in a man's life, only fear can stop it. Fear is the enemy that opens the door for every other enemy. Fear is an enemy. Fear is not a feeling. Fear is a force. What keeps you from putting out your leg and doing what God wants you to do is fear. Over and over, we see in scriptures how God charges his man or his people not to give in to fear. It takes audacity. It takes courage to do great things for God. If you want to be great, you have to have audacity. I don't know what God is whispering through your ear and say, this year I want to do this year I want to do that. No matter what God wants to do, no matter how big a big God is, fear will reduce God to the size of what you can handle. God can do all things, but he can only do as much as your fear will allow him. Because our lives would have been better, but if not for fear, why did you sign up for that master's? Fear. Why did you start that stuff? Fear is that thing that God checks. He wants to use a man, he checks for fear in his heart. Because fear is a limiting factor.